Let's make a special dragon egg today, and I'm going to show you every step on how I do it.
A dragon egg, you say? Did dragons even ever exist?
Good morning, Johnny. I could say the same thing about you. Do you actually even exist?
Good morning, and I guess you're right. What is that, and what in the heck are you doing to it?
That, sir, is a cholla cactus, or a cholla cactus, It's a cactus. A guy named Mr. Jim gave that to me when I was in the symposium at SWAT. And what I'm doing to this thing is I'm dye stabilizing it. I wanted it to be blue and I wanted it to be stabilized so it would react well with the resin and turn better. I kind of never worked with this stuff before and didn't know if it was going to be good on the lathe or whatever. And I did want it blue and it did turn out pretty cool. And check it out.
Oh my goodness.
Settle down, Sparky.
Can you tell us everything we would ever need to know about what's stabilizing in this video about making a dragon egg?
No.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, Johnny. There's plenty of videos on my main channel about stabilizing and everything having to do with it, and I'll put those links below. Is that cool?
Oh, nice. You almost hurt my robot feelings. What are you doing now?
I just need to mark out this cholla cactus and cut it to the right size so it'll fit in that mold. And then I need to trace out this dragon and then take it over to the sanding table. I have some cut saw tools that are going to help me shape this and I get it to where that dragon can actually fit in there, and then I need to glue it down, and that way everything will be right for casting.
That's pretty cool. Are you just going to make an egg?
I'm going to make a nest that'll go along with it. I'm going to take this little extra stuff. I'm going to cut it into fours, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use that in the bottom of a nest that we're going to make along with some blue dye stabilized wood also. Check that out. It's going to be pretty cool.
Are these the colors you are using?
Nothing gets past you, buddy. Yeah, those are the colors, and it's pretty cool. I'll have links to those kind of colors, maybe some discount codes below. Go check them out, get these colors, and in the end, it ended up fantastic. Look at those color swirls right there. That's a fun funnel, by the way. I'll have links to those too, so go check it out in the description along with everything else we used in this video while you're being mesmerized by that.
Those swirls are crazy. And how are you keeping that cactus from floating?
See that little clamp right there, right on the lid? I put that in there just to... It's not on the cactus, it's just above it so it can't float up. It's kind of like a stopper. Then I just go over and put that stuff in the pressure pot and then get it out a couple hours later, and voila, here we go. Check out those swirls on that thing. I cannot wait to turn this thing. It's pretty cool.
How are you going to flatten the top?
Funny you should ask. Here we go, Johnny. This is the fun part. We have all this work into this. We've stabilized it, cast it, made a nest, and got to this point. Now we just got to not ruin it on the lathe.
Are you making a mortise or a tenon?
This one's a mortise, Johnny. Mortises go in and tenons go out. Know what I mean?
You could also say male or female.
I think so, mate. Anyway, you got to mark the center of this thing. The dragon's nose was pretty close to the outer edge of the blank. So I'm just going to get it flat right there and just kind of shape it around that. I just want that to get flat, and I don't want to go any further because after it's cast, you really have no way of seeing how close it is to the edge.
Oh.
Easy, Johnny, easy.
That cactus looks cool. What do you need to do now?
Right now, I have it in the lathe. I have it in the jaws. I'm pretty safe. It's supported. I have the center of it where I want it, and I don't want to go any further. Now I just need to make all the shapes connect from the bottom to the top to the middle, and hopefully at the end of it, it'll look like an egg. The internet will make fun of you if you don't really look like an egg.
People on the internet will actually make fun of people after they watch a video someone worked incredibly hard on.
Yeah, they do that, but I try to concentrate on the positive stuff, like this shot right here. Look at that.
Oh.
Easy, Johnny. Easy there, boy.
How in my circuits did you get it to look like that?
The funnest thing in the entire world, sanding. Yeah, sanding's not that bad. You just got to know what you're doing. I actually have some videos on this channel. I'll link them below so you can check it out. I go step by step. It's not that big a deal. You just need to know what you're doing. And that's the first step, is finding out.
Oh,
Johnny, control yourself, man. We still have the nest to make for this thing.
you mean there's more? I'm not sure I can handle it.
I bet you can, Johnny. What we have here is we just have this thing that we poured. It was made in the bowl. The bottom of the bowl is pretty flat, so we put that in there first. We just cut us some mortise in there pretty much as fast as we can so that we can get it on the chuck. But I kind of messed up, and these top parts were sticking out too far, so I had to multi-tool them off of there. I'll have a link to that tool below too, by the way. We pretty much just made that first one so I could get it on the chuck, and now I'm using this mortise. And this is actually going to be the bottom of the nest. Maybe one extra step, but it's going to work anyway. So it's put it back around there, and now we get to start shaping this thing. I support it up there, and now just get to shaping. Using these negative rake tools from Easy Wood Tools. They're fantastic. They're all I use, and they make quick work of all this resin. And cholla cactus.
How are you going to come up with a nest shape on the lathe?
That's a good question, buddy. I've done it before where you just kind of get the shape that you want. It's kind of like a bowl shape. And then you just hollow it out to where your dragon will fit in there. And then I would take a Sawzall or something to cut it with, and then shape the outside, like the top of it, cut notches out of it and everything. And after I got this one turned, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So pretty much it's an egg and a bowl, because this thing turned out pretty. Look at that. Just look at it.
It is pretty purty.
Yeah, I just couldn't bring myself to cut on that thing. The swirls in it and the cactus in it and everything, it just worked. And, you know, if I have to explain to people that it's a nest, then I just have to do that. But look how that thing's turning out. Get some denatured alcohol on there so we can see what we're getting into. Man, it turned out good.
Do you sand and polish this part just like the egg?
Yeah, I'm going to follow the exact steps I did on the egg part. And once again, I do have sanding and polishing videos down in the description for you to go there if you want a tutorial on that. And on this bowl, I did flip it back around and cleaned up the bottom of it. I took that mortise out. Be very careful when you put it back in the quill jaws like that. Be super careful. It can fly off of there, so just go slow and everything will be all right. And next thing you know, you're gonna have the coolest dragon egg in the world.
Oh, my terabytes. That's beautiful.
This dragon egg turned out pretty awesome. Even though the bottom doesn't look like a nest, it still turned out cool. We raffled this off for Make-A-Wish, raised a bunch of money for it, and I need to know what you think about this project. And if you want me to continue doing these Johnny videos, let me know what you think in the comments.
Y'all be good.